I am really excited about a new book that I've got. So it's my birthday a little while ago, but I've only just seen my mum because I've been away and we've both been really busy. So I finally caught up with her and she gave me my birthday present from September. We're now in October. It's fine. I was away, so she's excused. But I usually, I don't really like getting presents anymore. I would much prefer people to give me an experience. So, for example, I don't want a physical gift. I'd rather you say you want to do something with me, go somewhere, do something. So that's kind of where I've got to in life now. I'm all about experiences rather than things. However, this present is so me and is so cool that I'm going to base a few videos around it just because I think it's so awesome. So it's a book, I believe, from The Lonely Planet, which is called You Only Live Once, A Lifetime of Experiences for the Explorer in All of Us. And when I first looked at it, I thought, oh, it's a travel guidebook. But it's so much more than that. And I'm just so excited about it. So I guess the whole idea of it really, oh look, there's my little message as well, look. Dun, dun, dun. Can you see that? It's probably back to front, but it's fine. It says, to Chloe, with love from Doris and Boris 2019, because I call my mum and my stepdad Doris and Boris. But this book is, it's really positive and influential. But it's not just kind of like, oh, you should go here, you should go there. It's more, there's different experiences for you to try throughout your life, which I love because I want experiences. That's what I want. So this book is just kind of giving me that. But you've got all sorts of things in here. Take a shower under a waterfall. So I've been to waterfalls before, but I've never taken a shower under one. So that's really cool. There are some on there that I have done before. So I will talk about the different ones as we kind of go through the great ideas that are in here. In this first video, I'm going to do different videos covering different experiences because there's some really cool stuff in here. But the first one I'm going to do is, I've actually done this, and it is stay in a treehouse. So there we go. Stay in a treehouse. So relive your childhood in a room above the forest floor. Sweet dreams are made of this. And I have done this. So I did this in North Wales in Machynlleth. And it was they'd kind of built these houses in trees. There was no electricity. So there was no Wi-Fi. And it was out in the middle of nowhere in these woods. And so there's no electricity and no heating. Now, we went at a bit of a bad time of year actually because it was winter, so it was really cold, but you had to chop your own logwood, which for myself personally, I'm just not very good at that sort of thing. I'm very fluffy. Any kind of survival thing, I do like to say that I could survive if the world was to end as we know it, and because I've watched all like the zombie apocalypse movies and things like that, so to me I feel like I'm like prepared. But actually when it comes down to living in basics, I was a bit like, I don't know how to chop wood and it's really hard. It's really physically challenging. So you had to chop your own firewood for heat, and obviously you're elevated, so it was done out so beautifully, the treehouse, and it's such a cool experience. And I actually did it with my best friend. I do think it would be quite a nice romantic thing to do with a partner, or perhaps maybe a big group of you. Me and my friend were sat there in the complete darkness, and we were just like in the middle of nowhere in this woods, and we were like, do you want to play I Spy? He was like, we can't play I Spy because we can't see anything. And we were actually both terrified as well because it was just us two. And we thought, what if somebody comes and climbs into our tree? We were a bit scared. But it was a really cool experience. And the toilet was obviously out. It wasn't in the actual tree house. The tree house had like a rope bridge that went to another tree where there was like this shelter up in the trees. And it was a toilet that you put some, I think it was, what's it called? Sand dust? No. Sawdust down there after. And of course, I mean, I couldn't do it. I couldn't go out there at night because it was pitch black. I mean, there was no lights whatsoever. But my friend did have to get up in the middle of the night and go to the toilet, and she had to walk across the bridge in the complete darkness to go to the toilet. And I was like, I can't do it. I was like, I'll stay here at the other side and just be like, are you still alive? It was quite scary, but it was such a cool experience. I mean, you're out in nature, and it kind of made me feel really blessed, actually, of the things that we've got, but also at the same time, a little bit like we've got so much going on around us all the time, with like lights and televisions and mobile phones and distractions and stuff. And all of a sudden, you're staying for a couple of nights in a treehouse where there's no electricity. You literally would, it was nice because we could sit and talk to each other. And that, I think we lack quite a lot in our society today, is that kind of connection with each other. We just don't have it. We're very much on our phones, and I am so bad for it. I am always on my phone. My battery doesn't even last 5 minutes. But this was just such a cool experience because it was nothing like my normal life. So I think the fact that they've put Stay in a Treehouse in there is an incredible experience. So if you haven't yet done it, it's definitely one you should try. It will throw you right out of your comfort zone, but it will be awesome. Another really cool thing about staying in a treehouse, because I suppose they might all be slightly different. The one that we stayed in, the shower was outside underneath the tree, and basically the water came from above out of this thing, and you washing it. But you had to chop. We were like, we're just going to put jumpers on. We're not going to chop any more firewood. It's too hard. We're just going to leave it. Then we realised that you've got to put the firewood in the burner to heat the water so that you can have a shower. So we're there like chopping this wood. We're lumberjacks. It was just so funny. We were so tired. And then we got all sweaty. We were like, definitely didn't need a shower now. But then we had to heat up for the water to come out. And we were just like in the middle of nowhere. This water, we're like trying to shower, get ourselves clean. And it's like winter, so it's absolutely freezing cold. We're just like trying to use all this water to kind of wash ourselves. And I think down there next to it was like a swing as well, which was quite fun. But it was just, obviously, you couldn't charge anything. We had some candles up there. Obviously, because you needed to have candles to see, because it was so dark. And I remember I kept thinking the whole time, oh my God, what if we burn the treehouse down? It's all made of wood. What if we accidentally knock the candle? Because we've gone and got ourselves a bottle of wine to sit out there and drink. And thought, we've got to slow down on this wine, because if one of us knocks a candle over, the whole thing's going to go up. It was so cool. Like, thinking back, we joke about it now. And if we see anything about a treehouse, we look at each other and we're like, nope. And I think because since then I've done quite a lot of traveling, and I have been stripped back quite a lot of all of my, what's the right word to use? I'm not going to say snobbery, but I've definitely learned to be more relaxed and basically take things as they come. So I would quite like to try it again, do it again, and see how I cope with it this time. But yeah, I'm really pleased they've put it in there. So this is it. Stay in a treehouse. One of your experiences for life that you should do, because I just think we want more from life than just what we've got. We want to experience it. So video number 1, courtesy of the Lonely Planets, You Only Live Once. Stay in a treehouse. Yes.